What's up, guys? I accidentally ended the stream, but we're going to be here just hanging out for as long as you guys are around. And I'm going to post to Instagram real quick. Cool, just posted. I feel like someone asked a question like right as we disconnected before. I'm not sure if this was, hey, what's up, Tucker? Someone asked just before the last one went down, what's a good item to start with? And I would say the easiest one to start with is books. Books, you can make so many mistakes. Tucker, do you mostly do online arbitrage, wholesale, books? I'm doing just about all online arbitrage right now. Have you ever bought from Ollie's? Just left there and it was terrible. Never. I feel like I'm so spoiled. I do not want to do RA anymore. Like I just can't. I mean, RA is still really good for like ROI and stuff. But yeah, best new item to sell. I would say books. It's like the easiest way to get into Amazon. What's up, guys? Welcome. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But yeah, Tucker was asking, have you ever bought from Ollie's? And apparently Ollie's is horrible. What's up, Craig? Welcome. Good to see you, Dad. That's my dad, by the way. Yeah, you can definitely do FBA part-time. It's helpful if you can spend some time and learn it, and then do it part-time, but you definitely could do it part-time. Wasn't Mom saying that she's thinking about starting? That would be so much fun. If Mom did it, if Paul did it, maybe you and Mom can do it. That would be so fun if we all did it. All of us. The Cordit gang. Is there enough room on the internet for all of us to do it? Yeah, what Craig is saying is him and my mom might start an Amazon FBA store, and my brother is starting an Amazon FBA store. There is definitely room on the internet for all of us to do it. There's so much space. And Tucker says, so do you have a sourcing VA? I do have a sourcing VA. She helps me do a lot of product research. If there's something that, like, by the time a work day is over and like I just don't have time to do it, like I'll say like, hey, can you research this brand? Like, can you fill out some information with this? She sometimes gives me, what I do is I buy from eBay and then I sell on Amazon. So she'll go through and do the research on eBay instead of me spending time like combing through listings and listings and listings. Tucker, do you have a VA? And for those who don't know, a VA literally just means a virtual assistant. And it's interesting that they call it a virtual assistant because really it's just like someone working for you, helping you. And they call it a virtual assistant because like they don't like live usually in the same country as you. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I like the term VA. I guess I try and call them like my employee or like their name or something, but I mean, I guess people don't have they're not trying to be negative with it. Billy Flips, what's up? My dad, Craig, is saying, is a VA expensive? It's helpful because like the dollar goes really far, like from our country to other countries. And so even though we're paying them what is like potentially like cheap for us, like it's still like a really good situation for them most of the time. Like you post a job and like oftentimes there'll be like 25, 50, 75, 100 people applying for the job. So it can be a really good win-win. Billy Flips, yo. Tucker, I'm in the process of hiring. I've interviewed 2 so far. Dude, I just hired someone to help me with content, and there was so much talent. It's absolutely insane. It's like I felt so bad because like it's just like so much talent out there, and you just have to tell someone who has like 10 years of experience like no. Tucker, are you hiring for sourcing? Is your VA's info helpful in actually selling profitable items? Yeah, so basically, like my whole strategy for selling stuff is I have like a big database full of items that are profitable for me that I can look for. And so I have like how much I should be listing it for, what the ASIN is, like the identifier, what the link is, like how much profit it's going to be, how much ROI it's going to be, how many times I can sell this per month. And so I have all that data like lined up in this database. And so sometimes she finds the ideas and like sees if they meet my criterias. And then other times I give her ideas and then she goes and does the research on it. And then like once we have all these items to look for, I have her look through eBay for those items. And then she puts the links in the document and I can go through and buy them or add them to my phone. Content. I don't know if you guys have seen the Gary V impersonations. He always makes fun of the the content. Yeah, but content is just like YouTube, Instagram, just like stuff to help people learn how to sell. And yeah, it's just a slang way for saying like videos, I guess. Basically, I'm just really slow at editing, and like I'm not good at it either. So like if I can pay someone to do that for me and like provide a job in that way, it's a win-win for me. Yep, just for sourcing. Yeah, like it's definitely helpful, and like it's kind of like the more eyes you have on everything, it's helpful. It's definitely helpful. Especially if you have good processes for her to like be looking for things. If you could like literally write out exactly how you source, that's going to help so much. Because then even if he or she doesn't have that much experience, she can just follow your instructions. Are you only buying from eBay? I'm doing 95% of my sales from eBay right now. Yeah, I just love eBay. The margins are really big. Also, the returns are really big. I'm finding out, so it's kind of a trade-off. So far, it's been working well for me. I'm doing some test buys in other categories. Like I did some test buys from Chewy. I have some Nike test buys, um, but 95% eBay. Yeah. And it's a cool thing because the people who are selling on eBay, they're often getting these things from estate sales for free from their friends, like they're retiring. And they just like, they got this thing for $5, but it sells for like $200. So they're like, sure, like whatever, I'll sell it for $70. And then like people really want it on Amazon. So do you have detailed instructions you've now written up for your VA? Yeah, exactly. So um, I'm kind of slowly in the process of trying to like step by step, like write out a standard operating procedure for like every part of what I'm doing, so that eventually like other people can be doing like most of what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, there's a sourcing method. So first of all, what is sourcing? Sourcing is buying items, like making the purchases for your business, um, and like you're obviously hoping that they're profitable. But one way that people source that is really cool is called reverse sourcing, where you can literally click into an Amazon seller store and you can see what they're selling. And like you have the assumption that if they're selling it and they continue to keep it in stock, they're probably doing it for a reason, probably because it's profitable. So if you can find their source, whether it's Walmart, whether it's Nike, whether it's eBay, whether it's Bed Bath and Beyond, um, that's helpful. So yeah, I have a detailed set of instructions for how Roseanne can do that. And I kind of have like some criteria, like I'm looking for certain types of items. Doing 90K in sales from eBay is crazy. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's interesting because the regular online arbitrage model, like you spend more and then you end up making more. And it's really the same thing with eBay to Amazon. If you're spending on good, quick moving, profitable inventory, I'm going to end up doing sales. Works the same way. And most of those items are used too. Like I've been very cautious because one of the big things that people say with eBay to Amazon is, oh, you don't have receipts. And that is a big concern. And so I'm trying to mitigate my risk by not selling the items as new. But at the same time, a lot of big booksellers, they're all selling used books and they don't have receipts for any of these books. And it ends up working out for them. So I see it in the same way. Are you doing any used items? Yeah, like most of my items are used. Like almost all of them. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I find an item that it's a pretty hot seller, like it sells pretty quickly. And so people are willing to get the item for like $10 cheaper, $15 cheaper, $20 cheaper, sometimes $50 cheaper. And they're willing to buy it cheaper, even if it's like used good or used very good. And sometimes there's a lot of other used sellers too, but sometimes it's just the lowest used offer and then a bunch of new offers. So couldn't you reasonably like double your sales in order to let's try that again. So couldn't you reasonably like double your sourcing in order to double your sales? Exactly. So that's like sometimes people talk in business about like the lever that you have to pull in order to make more money. And in Amazon FBA, it's really spending more money in order to make more money. You still want to do that profitably, but yeah, if I'm able to buy and list more items, I can double my sales. And if I'm sending in the same like percentage profit, like I'm going to end up making more profit. But the problem does come like if I'm doing my own prep, I only have so much time in the day. So at a certain point, like having an employee or employees or a prep center is really helpful in order to save that time for you. And then also like, it's not like everyone just has access to like thousands and thousands of dollars all the time. So sometimes like how much money you have is a factor. And then like if you're confident in the process enough in order to risk that money. But yeah, like in January, it was a matter of like I was spending what was it? Like between December and January, I started increasing my like spending a lot because like I eventually realized this, like, yeah, I need to increase my spending and increase my sourcing. That's how my sales are going to go up. Okay, so I need some tips to get started with eBay to Amazon. First of all, accept you're going to have high returns. That's just part of it. That's the downside. But what I usually look for, yeah, so I look for items. You could do like lower ticket items like 30, 40, $50. Or you could look for higher ticket items like $100, $200, $300. Look for items specifically that sell fast. So you're going to want to sell items that sell fast. And then once you have an item on Amazon that sells fast, look and see if you can get it profitably from eBay. And just do that with like enough items, you'll find something. And then once you find that one item that is selling on Amazon that can also be sourced from eBay, you could take a look at that person's store on Amazon, and like they're probably doing that with other items as well. Let me know if you have more specific questions as well. I can help you with that. I had something pop up on my screen. Does sourcing on eBay tend to be better, more volume of stuff available in the warmer months of the year? Yeah, maybe there's some correlation between garage sales and more stuff available. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I mean, I've never thought of like the big trends on that. Yeah, never thought of that. I'm curious why you think that it might be that way. Is it because of garage sales? Is it because of spring cleaning? And people are like, oh, I have this Polaroid scanner. I'm going to sell it on eBay. Charles, 2K spent today. Charles and I were talking a while ago. Heck yeah, Charles. So, I know that you have a sourcing VA working for you. Was that all from what she was giving you, or did you like do some of her links and then kind of have some ideas and go from there? Oh, and Charles, I met another guy who does eBay to Amazon like at pretty big scale, which is pretty cool. Charles, has your stuff continued to move really well? Craig says yes. So, yes to garage sales and spring cleaning. Honestly, like I don't even know because like I've only been doing like buying from eBay and then selling it back on Amazon since around October. Basically, the way that I got into it was Christiana, my wife, her parents were selling their business and retiring. And so they had a big office building and they were extremely overwhelmed trying to get it like all prepared for the sale. And they knew that I resold and they're like, hey, like if you want to sell the items in here, like go for it. And like you can help us like organize the place. So I'm like, okay. And there's a big world of electronics, office supplies, tools. There's just so much stuff. And that kind of answers Tucker's question. Tools are really good. Electronics, that's just such a big category. Office supplies. There's like industrial. There's so many categories. An interesting thing to do is like go on Jungle Scout. You know the thing Jungle Scout, right? The free estimator. Just go and like look at all the categories. It's crazy how big Amazon is. And Charles, I didn't skip your question or your statement. I found a VA that has experience in the business model. He's been spot on so far with output daily, making it very easy. That's super cool. So he had Amazon experience, and so he was able to like transition over to what you were wanting for him. Dad, I think Paul's made his first couple purchases. I think he's purchased at least like 3, 4 items now. He was telling me the other day that he had some purchases and was wanting to make sure the prep center was like working out. I think he went snowboarding today. Charles, let's see. How do you feel about products with Amazon on the listing? Due to my buy cost, I've found some pretty profitable even with them on the listing. was thinking of running Repricer to try to capture sales. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing eBay to Amazon and like, well, okay, so there's a big difference between if they're new on the listing, like if they're selling new, and if they're selling like Amazon warehouse, like used good, used very good, like new. So that's very different. If they're just selling new, like, and you're coming in with a used good or something, yeah, definitely. As long as you're profitable, like under Amazon's price, you know. And there's one listing in particular where Amazon's selling a bunch of like used good, used very good. I've had to like cut super hard in order to get sales. So it's not my favorite. And then sometimes they follow me down, which is not fun. So I don't know. I usually try not to go super deep. Like I don't buy as many items to test it and see how it is. Philip Patterson. There are a couple places near me that do pallet sales, some Amazon returns, some Home Depot, etc. But you can't see everything on the pallet and have no way of knowing if I'm ungated and everything. Yeah, I mean, that's just the risk that you have to take. So it's just going to be more profitable for someone who's ungated and everything, unfortunately. What you can do if you have to, if you're willing to do this, is you could sell the things you're gated in on eBay. Otherwise, you're just going to have to hope you're profitable with everything else. Is that one of the places where they have the bins and there's just like a bunch of returns in the bins? I don't know if you guys have seen what's his name, Harry Tornado. He does videos on those. I've never actually done Amazon return sourcing. Have you tried it yet? They do bins, yes, but also whole pallets. So you're just looking to buy the pallets from them instead of like fighting everyone else to like get the items. Because like at least if you do the first one, you can pick what you're buying. The bins are Goodwill. Yeah, so there's actually there's that, but there's also another type of bins, which is like I think there's like an Amazon return store that has like the same like style, like people go mad, like people grab the returns, they're in bins. I've never been to that type, but I've spent so much time at the Goodwill outlet bins. That's what I did when I was selling books, because my local one has a book section, and so we'd fight people off trying to scan all the books there and get all the good ones. Tucker says, how long would you spend? How long would I say that I spend buying items per day? So I do a couple things. First of all, I have the sourcing VA giving me some leads. And so I go through those for probably only like 10, 15 minutes. And then I also do some searches on my phone as well. And so I probably spend like, it's like scattered throughout the day, but it's not like a ton of time. It's like 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, 2 minutes here. I spread it out quite a bit. So I don't know. It's a bunch of different things because there's repricing too. There's entering the things in the spreadsheet for the prep center. There's bookkeeping. With all that, like I spend a couple hours a day at least. I figure I can flip most on eBay, but prefer to do FBA. I agree. I don't like eBay listing. Might buy one just to see if it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, how much are they? Like, are they like, don't blow your life savings on it. Like, but if it's like a couple $100, could be worth trying. I mean, unless you want to blow your life savings on it. I'd be curious to know how much they are. No, 450-ish. I think with good looking stuff on it that I could see. I mean, that might be, yeah, I mean, I think that could be like a good thing to try at least. At worst, like what will realistically like be your worst case scenario is you'll buy it, you'll spend time going through it, you'll like make a little bit of profit, but it'll be like some time used. Like that's probably your worst case scenario. You're not going to lose a ton of money. You might just lose some time. And then like best case scenario is new sourcing methods. So that's wonderful. And I'll probably end the live stream in like 3 to 5 minutes or so. So any last questions, let me know. I'm thinking of documenting a 0 to 50K journey or something like that. Dude, like you should definitely start social media like immediately. I wish I had like documented all like the book journey and like RA journey and then like the beginnings of the OA journey. Because like you have a major advantage of it being relatable, you know? And like people will reach out to you and help you, and you'll help people too. So it's like huge win-win. Saw kitchen countertop appliances, DeWalt tool stuff, etc. I'm curious. Am I ungated in DeWalt? Kind of want. There's probably some like huge gems in DeWalt, but I think I'm gated in DeWalt. Yeah. See if I get auto ungated. All right. All right, where's my camera? Oh, it already said requested for approval. Dang. Just maybe it'll let me. Yeah, it's not letting me. I'd have to like go do more work with it. Yeah, but I mean DeWalt's expensive oftentimes. I'd be super curious to see what you find in there. That would be fun. That would make good content too. Like I spent 450 on a what is it called? Like a pallet of Amazon returns. I spent $450 on a pallet of Amazon returns, and this is what I found. Like Graham Stephan laying in the grass. When will you start getting into wholesale? I was gonna buy from FBA boys, but then I realized I don't have a reseller permit, or I couldn't find it, and I just wasn't motivated enough. So it'll probably be a few months still, and I may never do it. I'm not sure. I mean, OA, there's just a lot of stuff to buy. There's a ton. Use it for Christmas presents. I've done that before. Not with an Amazon return pallet. Like give your mom like a DeWalt like screwdriver. That's definitely the Christmas present she wanted. YouTube and Instagram. I feel like Instagram's the best for like DMing people, talking to people, networking with people. And then YouTube is like the long content. I think it's valuable to be on YouTube. I'd probably go for those. Also, if you just want to do like quick like thoughts, you could do Twitter. I think those two are my favorite, YouTube and Instagram. Have to find a place to get 10 drill bits. Yeah. I thought I saw you in Miami, checkmate. I didn't see you there. Were you at Miami 2022? Do you live in Miami? I was there from Miami 2022. You're right. Networking should be good that way. Gonna start making YouTube videos maybe once a week, just on my journey going from nothing to sales and all the hurdles and things I encounter. Yeah, and like a cool thing about that is like you can do it like at a very simple scale, like, and it still be helpful, or you can go like more deep into it. If you just like do the very basics, you could literally just like post your sales every like month, and then like maybe every once in a while like write out like what you're dealing with and struggling with, and like what types of things you kind of sell, and like what struggles you have, and like message people and comment on things. Um, and even at that point, once you're DMing someone and they're like kind of hitting it off with you, and then they like go and look at your profile, they're like, oh, this guy does like 7K in sales a month. Like he's actually doing it. He's not some random dude who's just like never done this before. And then they're going to end up opening up to you a lot more. I have 10 Philips Sonic Hair 2 toothbrushes that Amazon took the listing down off of. Oof. I'm curious. Wait, so there's no listing anymore? I'm curious. I'm looking it up. Philips. I mean, toothbrushes are something that I honestly I would sell almost anything used acceptable, but I would not sell a toothbrush used acceptable. Is there a model number? Restricted. I'm seeing this is restricted. I don't know if you can even see it. Is that similar to what you have? Oh, the return window closed. That's a short window. You're right. Gonna start YouTube probably this week and try and document it all. Yeah, and I mean, it's hard because I'm sure you probably feel the same way I do, that it has to be perfect. It's hard because like I want everything to be perfect, but like it doesn't have to be perfect. People still connect. I live in Tampa, but saw the photos. How far is Tampa from Miami? But yeah, I was there. I was there like last weekend. Also, Christiana, my wife, came, so we went to the beach for like a day or two afterwards. Miami's gorgeous. Like I really like the weather there. It's really dry here in Colorado, so I kind of miss the humidity. For the ones I bought, they pulled it. Model HX 6211. Let's see if I can find it. This one's saying it's restricted. Is that what you mean? They took it down? Don't you just love when they restrict stuff? It's the best. What's up, Seth? It's Jeremy. Yo, it's good to see you. Welcome. Philip was talking about how he's going to sell some toothbrushes on Amazon, used, acceptable. Not actually, but I'm probably going to leave this live stream up on YouTube for a little while so that people can rewatch it if they want to, because the stream's probably going to end pretty soon. For me, it says inactive/blocked. Did you have did you sell some first, and then like customers weren't getting what they wanted, and then they like took you off the listing? Can you talk about your sourcing strategy? So what I do is I buy things from eBay and I sell them on Amazon. What I do is I find a high priced Amazon item and then I try and see if I can find it profitably on eBay. And then if it moves fast enough and all the profit and ROI lines up, I go ahead and buy it and do a test buy. I agree. Instagram is great for networking. It totally is, because like people don't message each other back and forth on YouTube or TikTok, really. Not that much compared to Instagram. In Seller Central, nope. I happened to look at my inventory, and so I placed a removal order. So at least you were able to get them back. That's so annoying, though. I'm sorry. That really stinks. All right. I think we're going to end the stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out, and hope you guys learned something. And it's always fun hanging out. I guess I'll answer this last question real quick, but what's my ROI target? The interesting thing about this is doing from eBay to Amazon. Oftentimes, I say I don't want to do below 30%. But then the stuff I find ends up being above 30%. So it usually ends up being like 50 to 65%, like overall. All right. Good night, guys. Take care.